Good morning, welcome back. It is Monday. To be more accurate, it is Mailbag Monday, and of course that means 20 more random NASCAR hero cards from a Facebook transaction, trade, whatever you want to call it, from back in August. Don't know what your guys' thoughts about the two Martinsville races were this weekend. The Xfinity Series race mired in a lot of controversy, and the Cup race, for the most part, was pretty clean and green for a short track. That last run of almost 200 and some odd laps almost, that was incredible to have that much green flag racing. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into our hero cards from 2005. Driving for Roush in the Truck Series, this would have been Todd Cleaver. He was the one that was originally penciled in to replace Mark Martin when Mark retired, and ended up not being the case. Todd's performance kind of waned in the Truck Series, and they ended up going with David Reagan. Excuse me. So I'm not seeing a year on this, but this is probably going to be early 2000s. Yeah, there's no year on this at all. Another one from the Truck Series, Mike Stefanik. Of course, Mike is a Hall of Famer with, I believe, 7 modified championships and 2 Busch North titles. Of course, Busch North is now ARCA East. Then we go to, not seeing a year on this one either. It looks like 1997. Did I grab 2 of them here? Yeah, I grabbed 2 of them. Okay, so this one's actually from 98. So that one will go back in the box, the one that I grabbed from 97. Paycheck, sponsoring Brett Bodine. Brett was the king of finding really unique sponsorships. I think he had Paychecks on his car for a few years. Then this next one from the Busch Series, this is going to be very early 2000s. I think 2002, maybe 03. Busch Series, Jack Sprague. This was a Hendrick Motorsports truck. The first time we see the Haas logo. Of course, Haas would eventually have the Net Zero with them up to the Cup Series. Not sure if Net Zero even exists anymore. Our next one, this is going to be a 2023, because on the back it talks about his 2022 season. That would be Austin Cindric. Excuse me. Had to do a quick pause there as I had a sneeze brewing. It's always something respiratory on the channel. 2001, Rusty Wallace. Blue Deuce, he was the one that made the Blue Deuce famous. Keselowski took it to its first championship, and Kurt Busch won some races with it in between. Then up next, 2003, Brian Vickers. That'd be the year that he wins the title in this car, and if that paint scheme looks familiar, the driver of the 5 Cup car has it now. I'm not seeing a year on this one. Probably 2002, because 2001's the last year highlighted. Sterling Marlin, another iconic paint scheme. That Coors Light Silver Bullet paint scheme, very, very nice. The Rocky Mountains there at the bottom. Looks like this one is from 2022. BJ McLeod with Pala Casino Spa and Resort. BJ is an owner driver. So this next one, I'm going to say it's probably 94. Yeah, it'd have to be 94. Because in 95, they ran the Monte Carlo. So Jeff Gordon, after he won Rookie of the Year. And there you see a little bit about Jeff and his career highlights. So pretty cool there. 2002 brings us Mike Skinner. This has been his first year with the 4 team. Then 2003, they went to Pontiacs, and then after that, I mean, I think a few years sooner this could have been a really good combination, but by this time, the 4 team really wasn't what it was before. So 1997, back to the Busch Series. Clarence Brewer's team with Mark Green driving. Timberwolf. So there's a little bit of information about Mark Green. And then Clarence Brewer. A little bit of information about Clarence Brewer. It's like this next one's probably 1997 to the Truck Series with Kenny Irwin. And that's the Liberty Racing. I know that Brad Doherty was a co-owner of this truck, but I can't remember who else was. Then we'll go to this is probably 92. Yep, 1992. Ernie Irvan. The Kodak. And this is an actual postcard. This is pretty cool. What year is this next one? Probably 2000. Probably 2000, 2001, 2002. Dale Jarrett, 01 or 02, that is. Not 2000, because he had quality care on the car. But Dale Jarrett. Drive the big brown truck. Go back to the Truck Series, 1996. Jimmy Hensley with the Mopar. I'm not sure who the owner of this one was. See if it tells us. But it gives you a little bit of information there about Jimmy. 1997. No, I'm sorry, this is 1998. We get it here right here in a minute. Bell South with Joe Nemechek. Kind of all his different highlights here with the Bell South team. Both in the Busch and the Cup Series. Of course, it's Sabco and Nimco. 1995, Diamond Ridge Racing, Steve Grissom and the Meineke Racing team. I always like these cards that have a clean background. You just focus on the car. And I thought this was a really nice paint scheme. Really served the sponsorship well. Because I thought Joe Nemechek, when he had the sponsorship the year before, it was an okay one, but it just didn't look good. Then in 93, with Spencer, it just looked cluttered because they had the numbers were half black and half yellow, and then the colors were flipped. But that's a really, really clean look for the Meineke colors. Looks like 1995. Kenny Wallace, Fillmore Racing. This is when they moved the Cup Series full-time as a team. Gives you some information about TIC. And then Kenny's career highlights at that point. And it looks like we're going to end here in 2001, back in the Busch Series, with Jimmy Spencer and Yellow Transportation. And James Finch didn't get any support from any factories, so he rarely put decals of the manufacturer on his car. But there's some information about Yellow, Jimmy Spencer, and the Busch Series schedule for that year. So anyway, that is our video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks again for watching. We will be back at noon for Fast Packs. Not sure what we're going to rip just yet, but I got a couple of ideas. So anyway, as always, thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. It would really, really mean a lot. We're getting really close to 2,000 subs, and I'd like to meet that before the end of the year. So enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we will see you at noon.